I'm not sure what topic I want to talk about here. I mean, I just want to be a little more loose with this one, as you know, feeling what I'm feeling, having felt what I've been feeling since that whole January 9th incident at home. That's been the biggest, you know, that's been the biggest happening as far as change is concerned, and change for the worse, unfortunately. As like as I'm starting to lose my feel of having fun, and I'm talking about, you know, during the days I'm in my dump, all right, and having been here for 13 years, you know, I just feel like I'm ready. I'm just losing it. My routine has gradually become stale. Every day on my lunch break, I go to Coffee Bean. As I'm, in the middle of my off season, when I'm not playing my basketball shoot around game, I'm straight up at Coffee Bean. I try to go somewhere else, but there wasn't enough time for it. That where I want to walk around, but this is my thing. Just having been here for so long, I used to just go different places on my lunch break. I mean, I feel like I've already done a whole lot of that, and I'm to a point where, because of all the troubles I've been going through as a result, especially in this dump, where the fact that dump has just been a complete failure, which has caused my life to be a failure as well, is why my entire, my routine has become stale and predictable. Like, I just don't want to go anywhere else anymore. Now, I don't mind going to like different places and all that, but I'm at the point where I'm just minding my own business, trying to get the hell out of there, because that's where my head is at. I need to get the hell out of that dump, before anything else. I just can't find myself, just being loose and relaxing and enjoying my day on a day where I'm going to my dump and leaving my dump. Hell, even after work, sometimes I'll be going some places just to chill, or just take an adventure somewhere, or take a different route just to get home, just to have fun. Like, the fun factor to me has been lost. The fun factor is gone. I've had it for the last several years, and I just having to do what I've done, as far as like making the most of my lunch breaks, and after work sometimes. After work, before work sometimes. I mean, like, the fun factor has already been lost, dude. That's what I get for being in this dump for way too long. All I do is go to a Coffee Bean on my lunch break. And all I do is, sometimes I'll even be there after work just to upload some of my videos, to this channel. And so, that's where I'm at, dude. Yes, I've been going on weekends for the most part, and I was supposed to hang out tomorrow with Eugene and Russ, depending on Russ's status of his allergies. I haven't hung out with any friends on a weekday in the longest time I can remember. It's been mostly on weekends, and yes, it includes Fridays as well. So, look, man, like, I just feel like my body language is speaking, or my body language is telling me, you know what, I've had enough. I don't want to have fun anymore, right? Not to literally say I'm having fun, but that's what my body language is telling me, considering I have lost, the fun factor, for every time I'm in my dump. And just having to already see a predictable, like a really predictable lunch break routine, just going to Coffee Bean every day. And I used to go to these other places where I could just get drinks, but I'm telling you, like, I just don't feel young anymore, man. And the reason why I say that is because I'm still in that dump, and it's not because of my age, it's because of that dump that's making me feel old. Hell, a bunch of these lifers are much older than me, hence why I feel so old. It's like they don't even want to leave, dude. And they're and it just feels like so many people are just missing this week. So far this week, there's already been like several people missing. Amari's one of them. Lewis is another one. And what's going on, dude? We know T ain't gonna come back for a while longer, man. It's like, how much more of a failure is this dump gonna be? How much more of a failure will this dump continue to be, considering that after all that happened in 2023, where almost 20 people left, and seeing more and more signs of failure of that dump being a failure, and for the most part not being company president, not being serious at all about just making or I should just say changing his ways to make the business in that dump a lot better. And it's not happening like that. And I know him. We all know him, dude. He's never gonna do that. That's why even hope? Why even hope for any change? There is no hope for changing that dump. That's why a lot of people left. Nobody's gonna have a career over there, So, look, man. Like I said, to be there in my 13th year, I mean, it's just amazing how some of these guys, like Johnny and Ernie, have lasted for that long. I mean, I just don't see how anybody, and unfortunately, I'm one of those people already to have reached 10 plus years when it shouldn't have been that way. But I just don't see how anyone can just I don't see how anyone can last that long. Being in that dump when they already know. And I know I shouldn't have spoken of this since I've already been in this dump for 13 years, but I'm speaking about it anyway because it shouldn't have happened. But whatever, here I am. So it's like I'm at that point where I'm just like dude, what am I doing here still? You know what I'm saying? I just feel like I can't have fun anymore. Now look what's happening. That January 9 incident is just worsening things for me. And I'm just totally losing the fun factor out of this, man. And all I can do is just cherish memories, and that's just that. Until I move on, dude. I need to have moved on. I need to change the scenery. Because nothing's getting better for me, dude. I'm just losing interest in just, making most of my days. And remember, I'm somebody that's not all about same old. I'm totally against that. But now I'm at the point where every day does feel like it's same old. So yeah, I've already lost enough interest just trying to make the most out of my days being that dump. Just knowing I'm there in a fixed schedule, 8:30 to 5:30, despite daylight savings time. I'm just out of it already, man. I feel beyond miserable at this point. And I'm sorry I even had to say that because it just goes to further show why my life has just been a disaster. I'm just like, I myself feel like I'm losing hope. I myself am feeling like I'm losing just total control of my own destiny. That even like to hope that things are gonna get better, I'm just losing it, man. And you already know where I stand with why I just cannot be happy anymore. So I'm working on what I'm working on, and that's where I'm at as far as like trying to fix. I'm just solely focused on fixing my life at this point, and it's gonna take, you know, either one or both of these situations, you know, to resolve before I feel better again myself. So I'm gonna leave it at that, man. I almost like, there's not really too much I can say. My apologies if I can't flow on this particular podcast. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Peace out. Thank you for watching, everyone. Like, share, and subscribe.